What's up, curious youngsters? If we're always wasting time on pointless activities or watching endless videos, we just get those weird YouTube recommendations? Why not spend a few minutes on Mr. Curiosity? Learning 30 totally epic facts that you'll forget in about 10 minutes, but these aren't just any facts. They'll leave you completely amazed. For this and much more, these are 30 things you didn't know 5 minutes ago. So, although it's used in cooking to add flavor, nutmeg can be deadly in large quantities. Starting at 10 grams, it reportedly causes hallucinogenic effects similar to harder drugs. And if you consume excessive amounts, it can directly kill you. 2. The Emirates Palace Hotel in Abu Dhabi has the world's most expensive Christmas tree. This tree isn't so expensive by itself, but its decorations are what break all the records, being valued at more than $11 million. It stands 13 meters tall, adorned with gold and silver garlands, diamonds, sapphires, pearls, gold bars, bracelets, necklaces, and luxury watches. These Arabs take things seriously. Number 3, the tallest tree in the world is called Hyperion, and it's a sequoia species that stands 116 meters tall. This is much taller than the Statue of Liberty and stands in Muir Woods National Park north of San Francisco, California. It's also believed to be more than 2,200 years old. 4. Are you sure you've never experienced sudden quick body movements like a kick or hand jerk when you're really tired and about to fall asleep? And all of this has a great explanation, apparently known as a hypnic jerk. It's the brain's way of ensuring we're alive and just about to sleep, so it activates what's needed. Relax, brain. It's just a nap. Number 5. Animals aren't the only ones being put on endangered species lists. For example, the well-known periodic table has a similar version where each substance's state is shown, depending on if they might disappear in 100 years. Number 6. This phobia isn't that strange, but it's very common among people, called thalassophobia. This is how the intense fear of the open ocean is described. The feeling of being surrounded by water and not knowing what's beneath you. This phobia is very common among people. It's understandable. Floating there and suddenly seeing a deep-sea creature is truly scary. 7. Elephants have the incredible ability to locate water and detect rain from more than 200 to 250 kilometers away. In addition, they have a great communication system, so when a member of the herd finds a water source, they communicate with the rest so that they can go. 8. In Latvia, there is a prison museum that has a hotel called Karosta Hotel Prison. The slogan is to be a prisoner for a day, and you can actually have the experience of being an inmate for a whole day. No mobile phone, just a real cell with all you'd expect from jail. 9. Our brain has about 76 billion neurons control the entire body, functioning this way until death. I don't want to go, Mr. Brain. The giraffe is both one of the cutest and strangest animals in nature. Its huge body also brings epic curiosities, like its tongue, which is not only blue, a pretty rare thing, but can also be up to 50 centimeters long. That's why they're always cleaning their ears with it. 11. After watching Finding Nemo, we all became familiar with sharks, especially the unusual hammerhead shark. Also, its very unique T-shaped head brings even more interesting facts. When these sharks are pups about to be born, their heads are round for easier birth. After a few days, they start developing their unusual shape. 12. In 2001, the famous actor Arnold Schwarzenegger became the first civilian to have a hunger, because until then, these vehicles were only produced for military operations. Hasta la vista, baby. 13. Some people love the Cars movies, others hate them, but overall Pixar didn't have as much success with the Talking Cars saga. But apparently the reason they keep making movies about our friend, the racer. McQueen notes that cars, merchandise, and toys have earned Disney over $10 billion to date. 14. If you're very curious, maybe you've wondered at some point, what is the function of saliva? And well, apparently the main purpose is to coat the food so it doesn't scratch or tear the walls of the stomach. Well-designed human body? 15. The eyes get more exercise than you realize, right? On a typical day, our eye muscles move around 100,000 times. Whereas if we wanted to match those movements with our legs, we would have to walk about 80 kilometers a day. Crazy, right? 16, if you don't sweep for a few days, you'll see dust accumulate. How would you react if I said you're responsible? The dust we see in the light coming through the window, as well as the dust that gathers on the floor and on the furniture. It's made up of 90% dead cells from our bodies. Huh? Yeah, that's the face of someone who's shocked, right? 17. In incredibly curious facts about the human body, we find that babies can heal their mothers in the womb. Because while they are in the womb, the fetus can send its own stem cells to the mother's damaged organs to restore them. 18. Carnivorous animals usually have pretty intense diets, and when they eat, they consume a large amount of food. And, for example, anteaters can eat up to about 35,000 ants per day. 19. The boomslang is among the world's most dangerous snakes because it has a venom that, unlike most animal venoms that coagulate blood, does the exact opposite. Its venom causes hemorrhages throughout the body and can also make all the orifices of our body bleed because its toxins prevent blood from clotting. But how horrifying. 20. When people mention pillows, they usually think of something soft and smooth to rest our heads on for comfortable sleep. Did you know the first pillow appeared in Mesopotamia, where they were made of stone and they had a very different use from the one we give them today? They were mainly used to keep insects out of the mouth, nose, and ears during sleep. 21. Maybe you've never thought about it, but fish also drink water. Freshwater fish simply drink it, while saltwater fish have a way to get rid of the excess. Glands that allow them to eliminate the excess salt they ingest along with the water, filtering it and expelling the salt through their gills. 22. Even though we celebrate Christmas every year in December, few people probably knew that the term Christmas comes from the Latin nativitas, which means birth, and the date December 25th was officially established in the year 345 AD. 23. Even though their brain is smaller than their eyes, it doesn't mean these animals are dumb. What if they feel threatened? Once an ostrich can easily kill you, it might not seem like it at first glance, but an ostrich's legs are very strong. In fact, they have enough muscle strength to kill a person or even a lion. Never get close to an ostrich, my friend. 24. Today, everything is easier. A few years ago, people acted as alarm clocks since there were no watches or cell phones with alarms. They were simply in charge of throwing stones at the workers' windows so they would wake up and go to work. As for the schedule, if no one knows how these human alarm clocks woke up themselves, maybe they stayed up all night. 25. If you sleep 8 hours a day, as doctors recommend, by age 99, you'll have spent 33 years sleeping. Yeah? Honestly, that's pretty shocking, but if you don't sleep, you won't last very long either. You have to find a good balance, and that's it. 26. The philosopher Heraclitus once said, "No one ever steps in the same river twice." To many, it's a meaningless phrase, but if we analyze it, it's truer than it seems. Because you've really never been in the same place twice. Our planet, the solar system, and the galaxy are always moving through space. 27. In movies like Men of Honor, we see that many times there are nuclear bombs that end up anywhere because the plane or the ship transporting them had an accident. A wild fact, at least 49 nuclear bombs are currently lost. Be careful, Johnny. 28. That's what it looks like. A very satisfying bismuth formation. This strange metal is usually found in the copper and lead mines of South America, and it gives us formations that look like they're straight out of a science fiction movie. 29. In Peru, the Yanaitin-Picha River reaches an impressive temperature of 97 degrees Celsius because it's above some of the Earth's lava rivers. And this heats it up, releasing a large amount of steam that ends up in the Amazon rainforest. 30 pandas are one of the cutest animals. Did you know that even though they have to eat about 12 kilos of bamboo cane daily, they are carnivorous animals, and their mouths have characteristics of a carnivore. That's why sometimes you can also see it eating the occasional bird nearby. Gurgi. It's Arabic. Yohandi Sanchez, who contributed a lot of interesting questions for the upcoming videos. Another big shout out to Name MC, who wanted his greeting. Then another greeting to Benjamin Carpio, who loves the channel. Another big shout out to Marta Lucia Vargas Hoyos, who was waiting for her greeting. I also sent a greeting to Mateo Machuca, to whom I had promised a greeting. Finally, greetings to Denok Talk 08, and another big shout out to Pregasti Castillo. Lastly, shout out to the awesome Jose Del Romero, who also asked an interesting question. Now go ahead and leave your like, comment, anything you want, probably anything you want. Don't forget to share the channel and the video with your friends. This way, you become more like Mr. Curiosity. Subscribe and click the bell to catch all new videos. I'm Mr. Curiosity.